Hello to the beautiful babies at home. All right, we are going to be working on the division of whole numbers quiz. I'm going to do this with you. You need to make sure that you have every single thing that I write down written down for yourself. You will need a highlighter, you will need a calculator, and you will need a pencil. I'm going to use a pen, but only because my work glares back. Do y'all know what I'm saying? Like if I do a pencil, the light reflects off of it and it glares back. So I'm going to be in pen, but I want you to be in pencil. All right, a theater performance reported a total of, so they already gave us the total. We have a total of that many people that are attending 16 shows. All right, draw this. We already know the total. Draw a box up here. The total is 4,096. And we are dividing that between 16 shows. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, we're dividing it between those 16 shows. It says the same number of people came each time. So this is division. All right, here we go. Right up here at the top of your block, 4,096. And we are going to divide it by 16. Now, this is division by a double-digit number. Division by a double-digit number is not always easy. So you're definitely going to want to list out the first couple multiples of 16. Don't do all of them like we've done in the past. Just do maybe 3 or 4. Here we go. First multiple of 16 is 16. What's next? What's next, Leah? 32. Good. Next is 48. And we can just stop there. All right. Past that, we'll just guess and check. All right, Jaden, how many 16s are in 4? There are none. Put your X over the 4. Jaden, how many 16s are in 40? There are 2 because 48 is too much. So put your 2 right here. 2 times 16, Jaden? 32. Put it underneath 40 and then we're ready to subtract. 40, take away 32, you're going to get, I'm going to turn this into 10. 10 minus 2 is, you're going to get 8. Now I'm going to bring down the 9. All right. So we don't have enough 16s in our list, do we? So we got to keep going. All right. I'm going to add 16 to this and I'm going to get 64. I'm going to add 16 to that, and that's easy. I'm going to get 80. I'm going to add 16 to that. I'm going to get 96. All right. So my multiples are 16, 32, 48, 64, 80, and 96. All right. Jaden, how many 16s are in 89? 5. Put your 5 up top. 5 times 16 is 80. And when you subtract, you get a 9. Then bring down the 6. Jaden, how many 16s are in 96? Very good. Put your 6 here. 6 times 16 is 96. All right. Now what we're going to do, we're going to come down here. The answer was 256. Cool. Circle that. That's 256. But I want you to use your calculator and check it. But I want you to use the INT divide button. Does everybody see this yellow button right up here? This is the button that when you divide with it, it'll give you a remainder if there is one. So when you are dividing, I want you using this button. So watch, I'm going to type in 4,096. Well, first I got to turn it on. All right, I'm going to type in 4,096 divided by 6. Oh, wait, mine ain't turning on. Okay, there we go. All right. 4,096, hit INT divide, this button right up here. INT divide by 16 equals, and it gives you a remainder. So 256 remainder of 0, which is exactly what you got. All right, so you know that this one is correct. Y'all cool with that? Not so weird? Not so weird. All right, come on over here to Old Fuzzy's Furniture. All right. Fuzzy's Furniture Store has 2,200 chair legs. Highlight that. Each chair has 4 legs. Okay, how many chairs can be made? Draw your little bar model. All right, so you've got a total of 2,200 chair legs, and every chair has 4 legs. That chair has 4, that chair has 4, that chair has 4, all the way down until you till you use up all 2,200 chairs. So this is division. All right, here we go. Let's write it down. I got 2,200 divided by 4. All right, Sydney, list out the multiples of 4 for me. 4. Yep. 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 Good. All right, so she listed out the multiples of 4, so we are ready to go. They are 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, and 36. All right, Adam, you're up. Adam, can I divide 4 into 2? No. All right, how many 4s are in 22? Adam, look at your list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Put your 5 up here. 5 times 4 is 20. When you subtract, you get a 2. Then you need to bring down a 0. Adam, how many 4s are in 20? Refer to your list.
5.
Very good. Put your 5 up top. 5 times 4 is 20. When you subtract, you get a 0. Now, you're going to bring down the 0. And if you bring it down from upstairs, you better play with it, right? How many 4s are in 0? There are 0. 0 times 4 is 0. When you subtract, you get a 0. All right, so check it out. Is our answer there? Heck yeah. We can make 550 chairs. Now use your calculator and INT divide this thing. Take 2,200, INT divide, that is this button right here, INT divide by 4 and see if you get 550. You do, 550 remainder 0. You guys have checked that one. I do want you to remember on your test, over half of your test is calculator active. There are 25 questions on the test, 11 through 25. You can use a calculator. So you should do okay, right? If you can use a calculator. Evan, what's up, babe? Yep. That is correct. Okay. Number 3, a theater holds 4,000 people with 40 rows. How many seats are in each row? Okay, so it holds 4,000 people. There's 40 rows, and it wants to know how many seats are in each row. So as Evan said, you can tell that you need to divide for this one because most of the answer choices are smaller. Do you understand? Okay, so if you've got 4,000 seats, and you are dividing it between 40 rows. Here we go. I'm right here. 4,000 seats. And I'm going to just, you know what? Forget this. I'm going to teach you. We're not going to divide it out. I'm going to teach you a trick. Just mark off zeros. All right. So if you can mark off a 0 on this side, then you can mark off a 0 on this side. And then guys, what's 400 divided by 4? 100. 400 divided into 4 equal pieces is 100. And you know that because there are 1, 2 zeros left. Yes, Sam. Sam, I need you to go very quickly so you're not lost. All right, your answer is there are 100 seats in each row. Okay, next one, number 4. Aaron drives 512 miles from New York to Greenville on Friday and back on Sunday. If the trip takes him 16 hours total, how many miles does he drive in each hour? Okay, we got to think about this. I'm confused. Yes, because that's the total trip. Okay, so the entire trip, highlight the entire trip. The entire trip is 512 miles. Okay, and he does it in 16 hours. So it's wanting you to know how much he's driving each hour. Okay, so the total is 512. And he's dividing it between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He's dividing it between 16 hours. So 512.
It's 512 times 2. It said 2 days.
I don't think it is times 2 though. I think that's saying total. Is that right?
I think we can multiply it and divide that by 16.
Hang on a second, let me see. I don't know whether it's saying
It's not.
512 divided by 16. Yeah, your answer is there. Or 512 times 2. 512 times, clear, 512 times 2 divided by 16. Well, both answers are there. All right, what do you guys think? Do you think it means that he drove 512 miles there and 512 miles back? Or 512 miles total? I'm gonna do this. Let's do this. Drive New York, write New York here. Oh, spell New York right. And draw Greenville here. Sorry, guys. Good gracious. Hold on. I'm so snarky when I do stuff wrong. All right, here we go. All righty. So, all right, let's do this. I think that Jaden is right. Let's do New York here, Greenville here. And I'm saying that he did 512 there and 512 back. I am agreeing with Jaden because one way to New York City would be about 500 miles. That's about right. So both ways would be, you would have to do more. So let's add the two together. So 512 plus 512. He drove a total of 1,026 miles. And then you have to divide that between 16 hours. Does that make sense? Okay, so do 1,024 divided by 16. All right, we already know the multiples of 6. We listed them out in problem number 1, didn't we? Up here, y'all remember this? So we can just use those. We'll just use these instead of rewriting the list. All right, how many 16s are in 1? There are none. How many 16s are in 10? There are none. How many 16s in 102? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6. 6 times 16 is 96. We're going to subtract and get, I'm going to box that up and turn it into a 9. 12 minus 6 is 6, and then bring down the 4. All right, Evan, how many 16s are in 64?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4.
Very good. Put your 4 up top. 4 times 16 is 64, and when you subtract, you get a 0. Use your calculator to see if you are right. Take 1,024, INT divide by 16, and you get 64 remainder 0. Y'all cool with that? So our answer is, and guys, doesn't that make sense? If he's driving on the freeway, what's he going to be doing? 30 miles an hour or 64 miles an hour? he's gonna be doing 64 miles an hour. It doesn't even make sense that he'd only be driving 30 miles an hour on the highway. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, you know, your mama doesn't drive 30 miles an hour on 264. If you did, you would be very dangerous. All right. So I believe Jaden was right. It's 512 there, 512 back. Huh? What? Huh? You could, but that wasn't an option. When we just did 512, it came out as 32. When we did 64, it turned out as, when we did 1024, it came out as 64. All right, y'all ready? Next one. Here we go. Number 5. Mr. Smith needs to pack 720 books into 18 boxes. How many books should he put into each box? All right, well, that's easy. Guys, is that multiplication or division? Oh my gosh, y'all are stressing me out. Okay, he has a total of 720 books. You already know the total. And he's putting them into 18 boxes. How many should he put into each? That is division. So have 720 divided into 18 boxes. All right. I'm going to list out the first couple multiples of 18. They are 18, 36. Another 18 would be, let's see, 36 plus 18 is 54. Plus another 18, I think is 72. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we've got a couple. Oh, look, you guys, we're ready. All right, how many 18s are in 7, Talia? There are none. Talia, how many 18s are in 72? Look at your list. How many 18s are in 72? 4. That's right. Put your 4 up top. 4 times 18 is 72. And then you need to drop down that 0. And remember what I tell my kids? You bring it down from the playroom. You better play with it. How many 18s are in 0? There are 0. 0 times 18 is 0. When you subtract, you get a 0. So look, our answer is there. We're geniuses. Now use your INT button and divide it and check your answer. Always use INT divide if you're looking to see if the thing has a remainder. 720 INT divide by 18 gives you, oh, a sin error. 720 INT divide by 18 gives you 40. Yay, 40 remainder 0. We're awesome. All right, we're going to do one more and then we're going to take a little break. Dance party. All right, here we go. Mr. Jackson has $225 to buy computer games for his classroom. All right. He plans to buy 9 games. Each computer game is the same price. What is the greatest amount that he can spend on each game? So this is division because he's got a total of 225 to divide between 9 games. Write this down. 225 divided between 9 games. All right, now this is one of those ones where you're going to have to interpret the remainder. List out your multiples first. 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. And we'll just, we'll go one more. We'll go 54. Is that right? Yeah, and we'll stop there. All right, Evan, you're up. Evan, how many 9s are in 2? Evan, how many 9s are in 22? Good, write the 2 up top. Talia, what's 2 times 9? 18. Put your 18 under your 22 and we're ready to subtract. 22 minus 18 obviously is 4. Then you're going to bring down your 5. Colt, how many 9s are in 45? $5. 5 times 9 is 45, and when you subtract, you get a 0. All right, so there is my answer. My answer is 25. So how much can Mr. Jackson spend? $25 on each. Okay, and I'm gonna pause this and we're gonna do a